Months before. It's crazy, yeah.
Do you think Bianca has free will, Collins?
I don't want to talk about them. I want Kanye to get mad at me, bro. Like he did that paparazzi chick. Free will. What do you mean by free will?
I didn't even know what that meant until Marlo told me.
I didn't know what it meant.
I think what she meant is like, is Kanye in control of his woman? Like, does she get a say so on what she wears and what she does? And I see what she was saying because he's a celebrity. Like, look at the influence he has. And with the girl, Bianca, being Kanye's girlfriend, it's like, you know, is he not telling her, like, hey, like, don't wear this? Like, you know, you got to make me look good on camera, you know?
Oh, all the celebrities do that, though. Why did she ask just Kanye? She made Kanye look like he's controlling his woman. Woman, I mean.
Who asked?
That paparazzi. She says, does your wife have free will?
Oh.
I would assume every husband does that or boyfriend does that. But why did she ask Kanye specifically?
Yeah.
I mean, she's bold, man, because that's a strong statement to just ask somebody you see on the streets. I mean,
especially about their wife.
Yeah, especially. That's what Kanye says. Talking about my wife? That's my wife you're talking about.
And not only that, this nigga's wearing a goddamn Superman suit, bro. You can't even see his face.
No, what did he say? He said, I'm a grown-ass superhero. I'm a grown-ass superhero. He said, what makes you think you can ask a grown-ass superhero if they I was like...
Does Will Smith have free will? That's what she should have asked Jada Pinkett.
Will Smith ain't got free will, man.
Russell Simmons,
man.
No, Russ. Who's the football player? It's Simmons. No.
Oh,
we're talking about Russell's.
The football player.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Oh man, I got my names mixed up. But yeah, that's crazy. Nah, the whole Kanye thing is interesting. There's only a few people who are like that though in the world, and
do you think?
I feel like a lot of. Now I was just to say I feel like a lot of people feel that way, but like you said, the influence helps him spread that, you know. So
let me ask y'all this: what would y'all do if y'all had that type of influence? What was it like? What would y'all do when you had the influence? Like, what would y'all want to change in this world?
I don't know.
Because obviously he has a message, and his message is that, you know, the Jews are evil. So what is y'all personal message that y'all would try to put out if y'all had the influence?
But I see, here's what I feel like about that situation. I feel like if it was me, I feel like, you know, I feel like him right now. I mean, like, I've always, like, not that, okay, correction, not that Jews are evil, but I'm just saying most of his, there's certain people, like, I have a hard time with being fake, even the simplest things. I was explaining that to Marlo, and I feel like he's in that category of people like that. I'm very transparent, even without being on purpose. That's why when I get angry, I might say stuff that I regret because it's not something you say. But I'll be being truthful because that's how I feel, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's like that too, because even like, you know, people say, "Oh, Mel, don't say that. Why would you ask it?" Because it's hard for me to be so political. But I understand. I need to know my environment. So I feel like he's that kind of person. Like he just can't be, you know, stepping on, you know, walking on shells. He's not a walking on shells type of person. So a lot of people who listen to him, it's more than music. They, you know, they like the person, they understand. And there's a lot of people who really can't express how they feel about things because it's just not normal. I can't, if I'm at work and I see these people just saying stuff, sometimes it burns me. We'll be in a conference room and I'm like, dude, I told you, you're being fake. We talked about this. But he's just doing it as, you know, it's corporate. You know, he has to be that way. And it's the same. It's certain people who can do that. And there's certain people who are just not going to accept it. They don't care. They don't, the risk versus the reward, you know. You know, I think he's at a place where he can. I was telling Marlo, I said, I thought he was done, like, when he was, you know, doing the whole Jew thing and stuff. I feel like he was done. I was like, man, I don't know if he can make music because people are going to blackball him and stuff like that. But, like you said, like the message comes out as Jews are evil. But me, when I see people like that, I'm not seeing that. I feel like he's saying things are unfair. They're going towards like Taylor Swift versus going to Beyonce. But he's just saying it in a cutthroat, you know, in a very open mind, in a very open, you know. He's just saying like it is. But you're not supposed to say that. You know, like that's the challenge he has.
I like Kanye because the stuff he talks about in his music has nothing to do with the message he's trying to put out. Like, his music is still like, you know, something you could turn up to. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's some people who rap and they're like, oh, yeah, save black people, this and that. Like, he's not doing that in his songs.
Who, Kendrick Lamar?
I don't want to say Kendrick Lamar, but yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
But I feel like he kind of does that. He talks about what he's going through, but he makes it in a way where it's entertaining and very like. That's what I was talking about. Even if you listen to the lyrics from his new album right now, he's saying everything that just went down, but he's kind of explaining it in a way where it's not too boring, like
it sounds
Black
hard.
Power. It sounds you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In a more consumable way.
And he has the fashion to go with it too. Like it's just cool.
Yeah, because most of the people he's trying to impact is the youth.
Yeah,
he has to lure them in somehow.
He's doing a good job, man. He's been in the game for like 20 years now.
A long time.
Yeah,
it's a long time. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's interesting though.
I like Kendrick Lamar now.
Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah, I'm for Black Power now.
pro Black Power.
I never wasn't, but I'm pro Black Power now. I like.
I think Kendrick is actually like Kanye to a certain extent, but he just because he feels that way. But he's like a Jay-Z. He's playing their own game to kind of try to maneuver. But there's people like it's either left or right. You could play their game, but you might end up just being spoiled with them.
Yeah.
Whereas some people would just say, yeah, you could play their game and then try to change things. But I feel like Kendrick feels that way. That's why his music is like that. I mean, he does disagree with a lot of things, but he's still trying to be careful.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of these people are paid. They're on a paycheck, so they have to watch what they say or what they do because they don't want to get in trouble or get blackballed. It's kind of like working at a job. You don't want to get fired.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who just don't care, or they have so much, already so much power or influence that even if they try to knock them down, they're still gonna have a way to keep it going. Like Kanye, he lost billionaire status, but he's definitely not broke.
Right.
You know, and some people are still under labels and under some type of contractual, basis, and that's what keeps them from being able to express themselves. And then also personality differences. Some people feel it internally, but they can't say it out loud.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost like you were saying, like at a job, it's like the person who's been there for a long time, and he just says whatever, like Mel says, his coworker will just say whatever in the meeting.
She says things I can't say.
Like, yo, but she's been there.
But she's been there, and they have that respect for her, or they just, it's her. It's her.
That's how I look at Ye. Because I feel like at the beginning, Dame Dash said that. He said Ye's been the same.
He's always been the same thing. Yeah.
He was trying to. Of course, he had to get in the game and make sure he's secure, comfortable. And now he's like, "Oh, I'm not taking this anymore. I want to say what I want to say." But he was always saying, "Remember, George Bush hates black people."
Yeah. He said, Dem said, "Yo, Jay-Z will be in the studio. He gave him a beat, and he'll say something. He's like, I don't think you should say that." And everybody look at him, yo, that's Jay-Z. And that's before he was even Ye. Like he was already like, he kind of argued. He's like, I don't think that fits in there. So he's always had that. But now he can really turn up. So
I told him it was funny that Kanye was fighting to put Jesus Walks on the radio. He was fighting to put
I forgot all about
music.
that. Yeah.
He was like, why won't they put Christian music as the number one song when it's being played
I remember
everywhere?
that now. Yeah,
they were like,
they wouldn't play it on the radio because it wasn't talking about
guns and shit.
and stuff at the time.
It's almost like they don't want him to do that, but when he does it, it's so powerful they can't stop him because he's making the money anyways. When he does everything he's doing, even though it doesn't go, it goes against their narrative or their propaganda, it's just inevitable because it still creates something good for them. So he's just always been like that. It's like Michael Jordan, people like that, they're just so good at what they do.
Yeah.
You cannot stop.
Can't really stop it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Tiger Woods.
There reminds me
of another one.
The video, was I telling you or one of you guys about it? Where they said that like people like Kanye, like you said, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, they said they always were going to be great at something, even if they weren't great at what they did. They were going to be. If Michael Jordan wanted to be a tennis player, he would have been a great tennis player. Like they're just like built like that. Like they put in that work, that effort.
So it kind of goes to what I was saying too, because they're just on earth to be great.
I think it's part of their upbringing too, because the thing with like Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods, like they grew up playing sports like almost their whole life, and so they just got the confidence to really like just blow up in that type of industry. Same thing with like musical artists too. Like some people been making music like 20 years before they even blow up for real.
Because you see how Kanye started as a producer.
Yeah.
He became the greatest producer. He went to rap. He became a legend in rap, and then he went to clothing, and now he's the best designer. So
Yeah.
It's all about like having that business mindset, you know, just
Mm-hmm.
knowing the ins and outs of everything and knowing how to climb up the ranks.
Mm-hmm. And he has a porn addiction.
We all have our addictions, man.
Yeah, we all have our
everybody.
vices, right?
Yeah.
But now, I like that you mentioned that too, because it gives me a grip of the thing we're talking about the other day. One thing I think, it's many things. Us as a culture, and I don't want to just say black people, but you know, is knowing how to, you know, control to make something out of our passion. Because most of these people who are successful, they like what they do. You know, we're doing stuff that can make us survive. You know what I mean? But, you know, just showing up, because I remember you talking about the whole showing up thing. It's like, I suffer with it too, because, you know, I'll start liking cameras. I'll get so obsessed with it. Then I get bored and I'm on to the next thing. But if I stayed, I asked questions, because I got into this whole music thing because of Yay. Because the producing thing was dope. But imagine I was doing a beat a day, you know, for 22 summers, like he said on his lines, you know what I mean? I would have got at least 6 pennies, even if I'm not that good, but it's all experience, you know, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over.
Exactly.
You know, the pod, you know, you motivated me with the pod, you know, we're doing numbers. You say we're doing numbers, you know, because we're being consistent. The first one, you know, we're learning how to record. I was like, oh, but now, you know, I know, you know, we understand the lighting, we understand the camera views, and we just keep improving, you know what I mean?
It's more of like, you
think,
know, input, output, just like everything else, just like working out and stuff like
right,
that.
Right.
Drive.
Yeah.
The law of consistency.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. Yeah, because I think most of us don't. You know, our culture, we really don't kind of know how to follow. We know we have the talent, but it's there, and then you just kind of, you know, but to keep with it, it fizzles out.
And then you get distracted by, you know, regular life.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
It's scary because a lot of people don't like have that type of awareness of the power that they have within themselves. You know.
Yeah.
And they end up just not using it at all. It just be like wasted talent.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Once that contract shows up. Yeah. We're not all Ed and Russ, you know.
Yeah. Privileged.
Yeah. I don't